There are more Apple Watches than ever before. With this year's launch, the company's latest smartwatch portfolio includes 3 new models: the Series 8, the Ultra, and the new SE. Though there are only minor changes between the Series 7 and this year's version, the introduction of the Ultra and the upgraded SE makes shopping for a new watch trickier. If you're in the market for a new Apple Watch, here's how they compare against each other. Let's start with the Ultra. It's the top of the line option with all the bells and whistles, and it's designed for endurance. In addition to dual frequency GPS to enable more accurate distance tracking for runners and bikers, the Ultra also has tools that are meant for divers and explorers who don't want to get too lost. You can use things like an exclusive wayfinder face that'll make it easier to see where you are on a trail, leave Hansel and Gretel style breadcrumbs to find your way back to camp, or create waypoints to navigate to spots of interest. If you get hurt and can't make your way back, the Ultra's dual speakers can emit an 86 decibel siren to help rescuers locate you. Divers can also use a dedicated app that offers guidance not only on how deep they're going, but also how to safely resurface and decompress. All these special features are made a bit easier to access thanks to the new action button on the edge of the screen, as well as an enlarged and groovier digital crown that Apple designed to be easier to use and maneuver with gloves on. Its display is also brighter than the rest of its stablemates, hitting up to 2,000 nits compared to the 1,000 nit screens on the other two. Best of all, the Ultra lasts up to 36 hours, and in my experience, can sometimes stretch to 48 hours, so you'll hardly ever have to worry about running out of juice. But all that comes at a cost. The Watch Ultra starts at $800 compared to the Series 8's $400. It's also only available in a 49mm titanium case that might be too bulky for some. If you're not a big-time explorer, diver, or a long-distance athlete, the Watch Ultra is probably overkill. For those who don't need all of those extras but still want a premium smartwatch, the Series 8 is worth considering. It's basically the Series 7, but with a new temperature sensor that can help with retroactive ovulation tracking. That means it has features like an always-on display, ECG, and blood oxygen measurements, and all the workout and health tracking tools you're likely already familiar with. It also comes in 2 sizes, 45 or 41 millimeters, making it suitable for non-giants. Thanks to watchOS 9, the Apple Watch can now use your heart rate to tell what sleep zones you're in overnight and display cardio zones while you're tracking your exercise. I also appreciate that, like previous Apple Watches, the Series 8 can generally last more than a day on a charge, and if you're not tracking your sleep, you can get through almost 2 whole days. When you do run out of power, the Series 8 recharges very quickly. Just 15 minutes on the magnetic disc is enough to get me through a morning, tracking a HIIT workout and a brisk walk. It takes a mere 45 minutes to take the device back to 100%. That speed is one of the key differences between the Series 8 and the SE. The latter is slower to recharge, and though it generally also lasts more than 24 hours, that's less impressive considering it doesn't offer an always-on display. You'll also lose ECG and blood oxygen monitoring features by opting for an SE over the Series 8. Though all the Apple Watches are water-resistant and swim-proof, the SE is the only one that's not rated IP6X for dust resistance either. So those differences aside, the SE is basically the same as the Series 8 and costs $150 less. If you can live without an always-on display and don't mind waiting a bit for the watch to charge, the SE is a seriously good buy. Across the entire lineup, the Apple Watches all have a high-G accelerometer that enables crash detection, as well as features like emergency SOS and fall detection. While the Ultra is the only model with an 86 decibel siren, the Series 8 joins it in offering a compass backtrack tool. Personally, as someone who works in tech and is also obsessive and competitive about tracking her daily activity, I'm choosing the Series 8. If I had an abundance of money, and I'm the sort of person that had the freedom and the time to go on treks and dives all the time, I'd definitely pick the Ultra. For most people, especially those who aren't actively tracking their ovulation cycles, the SE is good enough. Are you shopping for an Apple Watch for yourself or a loved one this holiday season? Which would you pick and why? Let us know in the comments or tweet us at Engadget. Make sure to check out our review video of the Apple Watch Ultra, where we tested it on a gorgeous hike in the great state of New Jersey. And for more in-depth reviews on smartwatches, phones, and more, please subscribe to our channel. Until next time, stay well.